We often talk about how to be happy in life, but today I want to start with how to be constantly unhappy in life. Very easy. Turn your happiness into a future construction project. Then create a gap between who you are and who you think you should be. And then spend your entire life emotionally living in this gap. But what is very interesting is that most of the memories of happiness that we have never came with plan. They arrive always accidentally. A conversation, a ridiculous joke, an afternoon espresso with a friend, a train ride, a random afternoon with a friend with absolutely no ambition, the conversation attached to it. But things we aggressively plan, a future happiness, those usually come with stress, pressure, comparison, exhaustion, and a strange feeling that my real life is always happening somewhere ahead of me. I think this is one of the biggest psychological trap of the modern life. We become emotionally attached to our ideal self, the future version, the optimized version, the healed version. And slowly our current self feels like a disappointing draft. You're no longer experiencing life. You are evaluating yourself constantly. There was a sentence that my mother used to say that stayed with me for my entire life. Whenever I was complaining about something like my favorite shirt that lost the button or had a small little stain on it, she would say, if you love it, you will mend it. And I think that sentence explained happiness much better than many psychology books that I ever read. Because if you completely reject your current self, your current life, your current identity and reality, how can you build anything meaningful from it? Because I don't think that the core problem is the lack of capacity, but that we emotionally abandon our current existence while constantly rehearsing a future version of ourselves. Emotional over-investing in imagining future self. So the question is this: what's the solution? Number one, the most important solution: stop treating your current life as a waiting room. That's probably the deepest issue. Right now, psychologically, our minds often behave like the real life begins when I become my future self. But the future self keeps expanding, wiser, calmer, more productive, financially secure, fully integrated, and emotionally healed. And eventually, the ideal self becomes so mythological that ordinary existence feels emotionally invalid. Reduce future simulation. Creative, intelligent people accidentally consume emotional energy through imagination. You are mentally living in future success, future meaning, future identity before even reality can catch up with it. That creates a dopamine and exhaustion. Dissatisfaction paralyzes. So psychologically, less future rehearse will help you. Not what can I become and how can I become, but more what exists today. Very important difference. Train your attention back to the present reality. Your brain naturally expands outward into abstraction, so your system needs sensory reality, physicality, grounded repetition, and tangible completion. That's why keeping in touch with a daily life is very important to stop that chatter mind. Knitting, qigong, ritual, making a tea, illustration, gardening, slow cooking actually helps you psychologically because they reconnect cognition with a life experience. Stop constantly evaluating yourself is another important thing. We frequently experience ourselves through assessment, comparison, future measurement. So, even while living, part of us is already a grading experience. This creates chronic emotional distance from a daily life. Psychologically, you need more participation and less evaluation. For example, instead of, am I succeeding at life? Think about, am I participating to life? Build your life and your affection from current reality. You remember what my mom said? You love it, you will mend it. Many people try to improve themselves through rejection, hating current self, hating current life, escaping from reality. But sustainable growth usually comes from affection, not contempt. You repair what you value. So psychologically, you need to stop relating to your present as if it's failed prototype, obstacle, embarrassment, temporary inconvenience before that greatness of life that you're waiting for. Because then the nervous system never feels safe enough to build your life or to settle into life. It's also very important to create a small closed loop. Your imagination has too many loops opened. Future business, future self, future identity, future system, future possibilities. So your nervous system rarely experiences completion. That's why finishing small things, taking a small action matters enormously. Finish something. Organize one corner. I don't know, whatever you have in mind. Finish one video, a drawing, a page that you're supposed to write. Or choose one small plan for your future, but just one, and start it today. Not because productivity matters, but because completion restores physical continuity. Accept that happiness is mostly written, not arrival. We are unconsciously chasing permanent future emotional resolution, but psychologically, human happiness is usually movement, rhythm, meaning, participation, connection, attention, temporary moment of alignment. The fantasy of permanent arrival creates endless dissatisfaction because real life is dynamic. And so perhaps the goal shouldn't be, how do I finally become happy forever, or healed forever, or start my life finally forever? But how do I stop abandoning my life while waiting for the happiness to begin? That means to get out of the waiting room and start taking step by step, reconnecting with reality and with life. So thank you for being here with me. And please don't forget to comment, share, and like. And please don't forget to subscribe. And I see you in the next one.